Good afternoon. Greetings, Roosevelt State staff. Welcome to our Learning at Home data Shareout. It goes without saying that this year has not been as expected. Nonetheless, we have continued to persevere alongside our students and our school community to provide opportunity. Earlier today, you participated in the first of many webinars and professional developments provided by DCPS that will continue to help us prepare for the upcoming school year. Your participation in this PD will continue that progression. The objective for this PD is to focus on reflection of the implementation of virtual learning. More specifically, it will focus on the implementation of virtual learning or learning from home for members of the Roosevelt State community with the goal of outlining important tasks and action items that will lead to success for the 2021 school year. We will begin as we usually do by taking time to reflect on our social and emotional well-being. Two of the most focused on data points during virtual learning have been connectivity and engagement. Take a moment to think about a student with whom you have initiated or continue to strengthen a relationship with during our learning from home period. How has the interaction with that student affected them? How has this relationship affected you? As we progress throughout the video, continue to think of students and how we can build the best experience for them moving forward. Now, moving back to our reflective practice, take a moment to pause this video and read this quote from the Harvard Business Review. Now that you have read this quote, consider what about the quote resonates with you. Continuing along the same lines, you may or may not have seen this before, and in a second, you'll have a chance to decide what it means to you. These circles represent your locus of control. The circle of concern encompasses the wide range of concerns you may have in life, such as your health, your children, or problems in your community. The circle of influence encompasses those concerns that you have the ability to do something about. They are concerns that we have some type of control over. Stephen Covey defines proactive as being responsible for our own lives. He goes on to say that our behavior is a function of our decisions, not of our conditions. Proactive people focus on issues within their circle of influence. They work to make the changes they can, and in doing so, they enlarge and magnify their circle of influence. Consider your concerns for the 2021 school year. Which of these concerns are in your circle of influence? How might you proactively address some of those concerns? iNACOL, a leading source for online learning, touts online course content, instructional design, technology, student assessment, and course management as important components of online learning. Indicated here are examples of actions we took as a school community to begin to move and support our students with online learning. They include the modification of course content and the completion of over 400 courses. We also took small but important strides to gather insight from you as an educator maneuvering your way through this process. Our Learning from Home survey previously posted in Stallion Connect provided us with 32 results from members in multiple departments within the RSTAY community. The data presented in the following 4 categories represents the school community's perceptions of RSTAY's transition to learning from home. The Learning from Home survey results outlined a number of highlights during this learning from home phase. They include learning to use and utilize new instructional technology like Loom, PlayPosit, and Teams, among others, as well as an increase in student engagement and the opportunity to build capacity with staff during collaboration. Please take a moment to review the other highlights. On the other side of the line were the survey results of what was challenging during this time. Experienced challenges included, but were not limited to, the lack of teaching materials at home, support for special populations, staff and student technology support, and maintaining a suitable work-life balance. Please take a moment to review the others. When asked what supports were needed, the Learning from Home survey shed light on several items. These items included, but are not limited to, expectations for online learning both in and outside of the online classroom, supports with communicating with students, creating strategies for outreach and engagement, and professional development. Please take a moment to review the others. The data from the survey has been reviewed and analyzed by administration, and we are working to bring resolve to as many of the challenges as possible. There is much to be learned by all during this transition. As a school community, we recognize that prioritizing professional development and the building of capacity has to be a goal if Roosevelt Stay is to maintain momentum and emerge at the forefront of this learning from home initiative. Thus, planning has begun for provision of professional development in the creation of asynchronous videos, utilization of Microsoft Teams and additional features, blended learning course design, trauma-informed practices for online learning, online teaching for special populations, as well as the others listed above. Please take a moment to review. Whether instructional or non-instructional, every stakeholder in the Roosevelt Stay community has valuable input that will assist in our progression and allow us to stay ready for what's to come with the start of the new school year. With the goal of intentional collaboration, and now that you have reviewed the previous survey data, please answer the following 3 questions. The first of the 3 questions asks your input on what should Roosevelt Stay continue doing. Next, please provide your input on what Roosevelt Stay should no longer do as we continue to move into distance learning. Lastly, in addition to what has already been presented, please provide your input into things that Roosevelt Stay may want to begin doing in order to continue moving successfully into distance learning. Thank you for participating in our Learning from Home data share-out. Your input will no doubt make us a better learning community for all. Please stay tuned and stay ready.